So we are running.
So that's a good angle, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice angle. So yeah, today I decided to make it professional. I got
As
a
in?
I got a
Right,
book
right,
of
right.
mine
Right down
because
your notes in it.
I'm writing down notes
Ah.
for basically what I want us
Talk
to
about.
speak about.
Okay.
So, are you gonna introduce yourself?
Oh yeah, after an intro, eh?
Should I introduce you or you're
Nah,
gonna
it's calm.
introduce yourself?
Okay.
I introduce you.
Just introduce me, man.
Today I have a guest. First episode. He's called Jefferson the Artiste. That's how I refer to him
Yes.
because he does art. He actually drew a piece for LSB. If you check on my Instagram, you'll see it. So I'm having him here today because he's also a guy that loves podcasts.
Yeah.
So without saying much, I'm gonna let him also introduce himself too. Maybe say a bit about himself as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Jefferson. Like, if you don't know me, find out. Yeah. Guess we're here because we both have the same interests.
Yeah.
I love podcasts.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan. Who else? That's what's your guy?
Chris Williamson.
Chris
Yeah.
Williamson.
Yeah.
Yeah. PBD and many more. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, we need to get ourselves on.
So I wanted to ask you a question actually,
Yeah.
because I've been having this thought for a while and I wrote it down. So I said let me write it down so I'll ask it to you. So I wrote, it's crazy how people never want to talk about the serious stuff till they reach an age of regret. The important stuff actually matters. If you don't learn that by yourself, life will humble you. What do you think about that?
But I think I'm being attacked. I'm playing.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's a serious topic, because like we do things once we realize like, okay, it's too late,
Yeah.
I need to get something, get on something and start doing something
Yeah.
instead of starting early,
Yeah.
'Cause
But don't you think that's an issue? Because most of the time we know these things.
yeah,
We just don't want to act upon them.
true.
So that's what I was saying, because I've been having conversations with people older than me, like 25, 27, guys that age, and like they don't really want to speak about the serious stuff. It's like they still want to play around, they still want to joke around, and like I'm trying to have like a serious conversation with them. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but they're not up for it,
But I don't know if it's like this generation as like in general, or it's like just Kenyan culture, I don't know how to put it, but like I get what you're saying, because you find like niggas who are old, even way older than you, still wanna like face like important topics,
exactly,
or face like challenges in their life. They wanna reach like the point of failure, then now come up with a solution.
So it shocks me, man. That regret is actually something bad, man. So what I've realized is that life will just humble you, man, because there are experiences that you will have to go through. Like you must go through them. So I think it's also interesting. It's a thought that I had, so I had to write it down. I wanted us to kick off the podcast with that. But then I've quoted one of my tweets that I really want us to speak about today. Something that's neglected so much, but it's bringing a lot of distraction. So my tweet was saying they need to introduce a subject called parenthood.
I saw it.
And it should be compulsory. That's what's killing generations.
True.
What do you think about that?
Like when I first read the tweet, like it hit my mind, like I don't know if you're talking about parenthood as a subject, or like parents actually taking more care of the children,
Yeah, I'm speaking of it in both sides.
Ways.
Because if I'm speaking of it from our parents, they have to learn. I don't know if they've taken care of us the way they were supposed to.
True.
But I'm not blaming it on parents.
I know mine has.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, like, my parents, I'm lucky, and I thank God that my parents have brought me up well. But there are people who don't have that close relationship with their parents, you know, and it's bringing a lot of problems for them in terms of like how they think, how they move in society, because something that's very, very important in parenthood is having that close relationship with your children. Because once they don't have that close relationship, the society outside has that effect on them. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. It actually impacts them. So that's what I'm really trying to speak about. But in terms of also like being parents, we need to learn from that. You know, we need to learn from that and just try and be better parents in the future. So that's what I'm trying to say. But what do you think about this parenthood topic, man?
Bro, honestly, like this same thing you said, man. I'm grateful for my parents as well. And I thank God as well. But like, I don't know, you know. Maybe there are some things we're not being taught properly, you know. Because like, I don't know. I'm sure my parents did these things as well, like back in their day. But like maybe them big millennials, like they don't wanna face it, you know.
That's very true.
You know, yeah. But like also some other things, like as children and offsprings, some things you might just get into your common sense, you know.
That's true. But do you think this millennial generation has played a big impact on our generation as well, like in terms of like doing just destruction of the generation?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I want to hear from you.
Yeah, because like, bro, trust me, go with the millennial, like you're objectifying their own, like, let's say, reasons for you to maybe do something. Bro, you'll feel really like disadvantaged and everything, you know. So yeah, they definitely affect us, but like on the same token, they have made us strong in some way, you know. So like, I guess that's just them being them.
But not all people have had that privilege of having strict parents, you know.
True,
I feel like strict parents guide you. Most people are not guided, man. You can't really go into society without having that guidance, you know. And that's where I feel like most things have gone wrong. Like people are being sent out to the world without having that guidance, proper guidance. So that's my issue about our parents, not mine specific,
but, like,
but our parents. Exactly. That's a problem that they have, because I went out for lunch somewhere, and it's a place where I saw people drinking, and I was shocked to see kids around. You know, having kids in such situations messes them up.
True.
Because, you know, it might not affect them there
like
and
now
then.
At the moment.
Exactly. But it affects them as time comes. Like I was watching an interview of this guy. He's called Dr. Kingori. I don't know if you know him.
I know.
He was doing an interview with this guy called Ogot. So he was an alcoholic. But then Dr. Kingori...
Ogot is the guy with dreadlocks somehow. Okay.
So Dr. Kingori specifically highlighted how him having that access to alcohol at home when he's young played a huge impact.
True. But like, maybe it was because of like, maybe the factors that led him to drink alcohol. But like for me, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of alcohol, so I wouldn't know. But like there's some things like, you know, this and this
are wrong.
So I don't know what he meant. Maybe he experienced them differently.
But then this topic of parenthood is something I really want to speak about.
True.
What's your relationship like with your parents?
Yeah, we're close.
You're close, eh?
Yeah.
Do you guys like, are you like close in the fact that you can speak to them about a lot of things? I feel like a lot of people don't have that, you know. Speaking to their parents and letting them know. And I feel like as parents, you have to give that freedom to your children in order to like let you guys know what's actually going on. Yeah.
Because like if I lock myself away, man, things can get tough.
Things can get tough.
Yeah.
So may I feel like just to like top it off on this topic, I feel like parents need to do better. You know,
definitely.
In terms of like being there for their children.
We're not abusing any of your parents.
Yeah, we're not abusing anyone's parents.
Yeah.
But I feel like that transition, like I spoke about, changing from a boy into a man, has a lot of things that you can't ignore. The fact that your parents are around you, and I feel like a lot of even us Gen Zs, man, like we don't really give our parents their space, you know.
Very true, bro.
We don't give them their time to be parents.
True.
You know, that's the issue also. Like I feel like as Gen Zs, man, we need to respect our parents because those people do hella stuff for us, man.
I respect them, bro.
They do hella stuff for us, man. Feeding someone is not easy.
That's not easy, man.
Feeding someone.
Actually, try feed yourself, and then you see the difficulty.
That one is hard, man.
Man, it's tough.
So I feel like that, man, just doing better on both ends, like us as Gen Zs and our parents, man. Like we need to start doing better, man.
Oh, speaking of Gen Zs, like, did you watch the documentary?
The documentary, not yet. I actually haven't gotten time to watch it yet. You've watched it?
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's sad. Like, I don't know if it's BBC or like BBC know how to read that shit, you know. But like sadly today morning, like they're trying to ban BBC suddenly.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And like I don't know if it's still on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it said that the documentary was like banned or something. So I don't know if it's still on YouTube.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, I was watching also a documentary of Kingori. It actually just came out yesterday. Recently. It's not a documentary but a podcast. They were speaking. There's this guy called Lin Jiru. He was actually like Moi's, I think, pressman or something. Yeah. So this guy specifically highlights how media plays a huge impact on politics.
Bro, definitely. Bro, you know, once the media like displays you to be a pathetic person, you are a pathetic person to everyone. You know.
But bro, it's crazy how, man, like everyone in society is just, they can't think for themselves, you know. True. Like that is literally what plays a huge part in politics. Just like the media.
I don't know if you're paying attention, like the Trump and everything in politics. I don't know if you saw like the media was trying to like.
The media was doing everything.
They were shadow banning him.
Yeah, bro. They were doing everything, bro.
And everything in their way, like to make him look pathetic, you know.
But it's crazy, man. It's crazy. That's a generation we're living in, man. Guys can't think for themselves.
It's sad.
It's sad, man.
Yeah. But
it's crazy because I also had a question for you, like in terms of like you growing up, how did you choose your friends, you know? How do you choose your friends till now? What are some qualities you think that you must have, that your friend must have?
But honestly, if we're vibing, but I'm playing. Like, but most of my friends have like supported me, you know.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's my friend. Like, I don't wanna say like this is how I chose my friends and everything.
Yeah.
But like the ones who are there, you know. I really don't have. I'm not really choosing everything. But like I know the ones who have been there, you know.
So you wouldn't call yourself someone picky?
No.
For me, I'm someone picky because I'm the type of guy who, if I don't like your energy, like, true, you know, you can't be around me.
I remember you posted a tweet about like your friends and everything, but I get what you were saying.
Yeah, because to be honest, I've literally grown up with some people, man. I had friends.
Yeah.
But
maybe
then
after the videos, that way we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Because something I wanted to address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was saying, like, you see, Bana, most of the guys I was with and I grew up as friends with, for some reason, just because we were laughing together, just because we were having fun together, I thought we were friends. But in actual sense, man, as you grow, you start realizing, like, if someone can't help you, you can't have them around you, man.
True.
You can't have them around you, because you will need help someday.
True.
You will need someone to speak to. You will need someone to help you with maybe your shortcomings. Maybe you don't have money.
True.
Maybe you don't have something, and they have to step in and help you, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're having people around you who aren't willing to do that for you, I don't think I can consider that.
But bro,
as a
like
friend.
there's like that one friend, like, who is always there, you know. Like, okay, maybe there are more, but then like, he'll call you even when you don't want to talk, you know. He'll be the one to communicate when you don't want to talk. He's just there, you know. He's that guy. Yeah, so those are the kind of friends I like.
Those are
Shout
the
out
kinds
to
of
Rishi
people.
Jatwa, by the way.
Yeah.
And Navin Shah as well.
He's
And many more.
Rishi is a good guy, man. He's been supporting
him.
my
Yeah, I
work.
respect him.
He's been supporting my work.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, man, in terms of like your younger self, what advice would you give your younger self, like, in terms of growing and just putting yourself out there?
Hey, bro, man. I just keep going, man. Even if there's failure, you know, I just keep going.
Yeah.
To be honest, cause like, at least like, I succeed in failing rather than not trying, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, someone who has succeeded in failing is much better than someone who don't try at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I want to be the guy who tried, you know. And maybe I can learn from my mistakes.
So what motivates you? What pushes you?
But you know Manny Koshbin? Okay, someone who motivates me, like, must be Dana White. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, Dana White. I know Dana White.
I respect the guy, Bana.
I
think when UFC began, like, those guys were nothing. Like, there was zero, nothing at all. And so, like, Joe Rogan came in and everyone. That's how he became successful.
Are you a fan of MMA though?
MMA, no. Just UFC.
UFC, yeah.
Yeah, because MMA is like before UFC. MMA is like where the freshers come from, the freshmen and everything.
So UFC is after MMA.
Yeah, UFC now is professional.
So you like UFC?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of UFC?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
My older brother is a fan of UFC, but
that's calm.
I've not really dived into that so much.
It's fun, bro.
It's fun.
I think there's even a fight today.
There's a fight today?
Yeah, but like tonight at their time, so it's going to be like in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually early, like at 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, waking up at 6 just to get see your man get knocked out is crazy.
Yeah, you know, my brother actually he loves UFC, man. He usually tells me, like, wake up, let's watch it.
I usually wake up like at 5:30.
I wait,
yeah. So there's what is called the prelims, then the actual fights.
Yeah.
So prelims are like now, like exhibition matches. Like let's have the freshman fight and everything.
Yeah.
Then now the main cards come after. So yeah, I usually just like to watch all of them just for the adrenaline and everything.
Yeah.
But like I like mostly the main fights.
Do you watch series anymore?
Nah, bro, I stopped completely.
You stopped watching series. Even me, I can't even lie to
you.
Unless
it's like those series which are like, you know, they have like information.
Yeah, something educational.
But like on the same token, these days series can be like 59 minutes, which is basically an hour. And you can go watch a podcast for like an hour as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's very true.
Not really.
Yeah. So you said you have something coming out on Friday.
Friday.
You think they'll see it on Friday?
Yes. That's if like you edit it quick then post on Friday.
Yeah, maybe.
So maybe
on
Monday.
Friday.
Maybe Monday.
On Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Sour. That's okay.
Yeah, Monday.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So I wanted to also ask you, what is something you look forward to in let's say you're given your dream job, or you get a stable income. What is something you're looking forward to with that?
Definitely buy my car.
A car.
Yeah.
You're also a fan of cars.
Yeah.
What do you think will be your first car?
I don't wanna go off too big, but like maybe like a Volkswagen. Yeah. Something small.
Something small,
Yeah,
yeah?
something
light.
Something light, you know, something polite.
Mm.
Yeah, but like on the same token as well, like to be honest, I like to expand myself, you know, because like art is large, you know. There are so many types of art.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to be a boring person, you know. So I'd like to explore all those kind of mediums and everything.
Yeah. So
yeah.
what is something else you think you'd like to like invest in terms of just growing your income and just getting multiple streams of income?
But of course, it should be something that I'm like I have passion for, you know.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get into something then it just dies. Because you know, if you have the passion or the drive to do something, you'll actually do it. Whether or not there's money, you'll find a way to do it. Yeah. So like, it's just my art for me right now. Because there's no point of me going to do something else, and my art is here with me, struggling and everything.
Yeah.
So it's better just focus on one thing.
You know? That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But it's nice, man. It's nice how things are going, because not many people are patient, you know.
Patience.
Not many people are patient.
Patience is something else, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't know what they mean when they say patience is a virtue.
It is actually a virtue, man. Because you really have to be patient in order to get what you want, you know. So I feel like, you see, my podcast is also a podcast of dreamers, you know.
Sure.
People who want to be big in society, man. People who really want to push themselves out there just to do the best, you know. And I'd like to support everyone that I can, bro, because that's what's needed, man. To support each other in order, you know, to reach your maximum potential, you know. Yeah.
True.
So I feel like my podcast is I want to speak about the important stuff, you know. Even though I'm like a fun guy, I might be posting vlogs here and then, but I don't really want to base off my personality off that.
Yeah, true.
You know, because that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm someone who likes to grow. I'm someone who likes to push themselves. True. You know, so it's crazy, man. But I've said so much about myself. You should also say something about yourself.
I get
you know?
I don't want this to be like a one-sided conversation.
Yeah.
But like for me, like I don't know, most of the time I usually find it difficult socializing. But like I'm trying to do better, you know.
Socializing, yeah.
Yeah.
So are you an introvert?
No, not necessarily. Not in general, no. But like communicating can be an issue at times.
Oh, communication.
Yeah.
But don't you think, in fact, you've just brought me to something very important, man. Like in terms of like relationships and everything, I feel like most things go wrong when there's no communication.
Yeah.
Most things go wrong when there's no communication.
But actually, on the same token, I want to respect my parents, because like millennials in general are good communicators, to be honest, and they want people who are good communicators.
Yeah.
And if you can't communicate, then they find you to be maybe, I don't know, inept. I don't
know.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so like I respect millennials in general for being good communicators. Yeah.
But bro, that communication part, man, I feel like
it's essential, bro.
It's very essential.
It's essential, yeah.
Because you know, nowadays, like I was speaking about how nowadays how like if you're speaking like maybe to a shorty and like you guys are who's not gonna text the whole day or shit like that, bro. I don't even have time for that anymore, bro.
But like
I don't even have time for that anymore, bro.
I don't know, be like okay, I do that most of the time, but like it's not my fault, you know. I like it's not to my I don't do it on purpose. Like at times I just don't feel like talking, you know. Yeah, but like
but then I feel like you should just let that person know, you know. Like right now,
Okay,
I don't wanna talk.
Maybe we'll talk later.
Maybe we'll talk later.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Good morning. We'll talk at 2
We'll
p.m.
talk. Yeah. You literally just let them know, like, right now,
Yeah.
I don't wanna talk, but maybe we'll talk later. But instead of just keeping that person there, and
True.
you guys aren't even speaking the whole day, you're asking yourself what's going on.
So awkward and everything.
It's awkward and everything. So
silence is loud.
Silence is very loud. So, and you don't wanna let each other go. So I don't really understand that thing, man.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So communication, man. Communication is also key.
But
man.
For you, I respect you because you're also a good communicator. You know. Yeah.
I try my best, man. Cause when I was younger, I was a person who I've always just been alone, you know. I've been alone. I don't know if I should call myself an introvert, because I'm not really that much of an introvert, but I love my space.
Yeah.
So I don't really like being around places where many people
large
are.
crowds,
You know.
same.
So sometimes I can just communicate, you know, like I'm a good communicator and I know how to speak and I know how to carry myself. But in terms of like being around guys and I don't like that, man.
Yeah, big crowds.
Yeah. It's not my thing, man. Yeah. So are you like a fan of going out and partying and stuff?
No, like making it a norm, no. Once in a while, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a human thing.
Yeah, just to have some fun.
Making it like a fucking schedule or something.
Like every single day you're out.
Bro, that's a different type of normal.
That's a different story.
That's where the friendship ends.
Yeah. That's true. Even me, I'm like that, man. I don't like being out there.
I mean, you know, out there, like, okay, if you're doing it like for your own benefit, then
if I'm doing it for my own benefit, of course.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm someone who would really wanna be in
social events and everything.
Social events, like just for like, you know, but to like, build myself, you know.
True, because you know, like making friends with someone who's drunk, it's a different story. Because bro, they may give you the number, they won't remember who you are.
Yeah.
But like if you go to a social event, maybe expose yourself. It's different, you know.
I'd like to also be in what is this thing called? In rooms full of you know, people, young entrepreneurs.
True.
Guys who are like trying to do something, bro. Because to be honest, me, I've just reached in my life where I'm just trying to elevate, bro.
True.
I'm just trying to elevate. That's the thing. Just elevation, man. Mind elevation, spiritual elevation. Everything. Financial elevation. That's what I'm just looking at, man. Yeah.
But I think like once you start to grow, I think it just spirals like to everything positive, you know.
That's
like
very
everything,
true.
Everything just starts coming in, you know. Yeah.
That's why you're supposed to be patient, man. Your turn will come. Turn will come. Yeah. So what are a few things you're also looking forward to, like within your career, in terms of art, connecting with people? Have you like actually connected with a few artists around Kenya or something?
Not yet, bro. Like honestly, okay, yeah. Connecting, not really, but like communicating and opening up, yeah. So there's this like clothing brand called G Keno. They're really nice, by the way. Yeah, you should go and check them out.
Yeah.
And like I was talking to one of the, I don't know if it's the owner or anything, or the bright mind to it.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him.
Yeah.
And like we were just speaking on like the clothing and everything. And like his clothes are nice. You should check them out.
Yeah.
G Keno.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's where I really get my motivation from as well. Because there's more to come. We'll talk about it. Maybe on Friday. I'll show you. Yeah, but like I'm also the guy who does. I like to do things on my own, you know. So like, and I'll do it when I want.
Yeah, because, that's true.
Like, if I want to do something, I'll do it, you know. I won't be forced.
Yeah.
Because then if I want to make friends with other artists, I will.
Yeah.
maybe when the time is right. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, but like for now I'm okay.
I also got there's a brand called Motaji. It's in Nairobi as well. It's a good brand. I'll show it to you. It's actually, they focus on it's a tribe. They call themselves the tribe of dreamers. You know, they have merch. They have events that they do, mostly football, things what to do with fitness. So it was a brand that also I was involved in it, but then I'm not around Nairobi, so it's something I had to withdraw from. But you know, it's a beautiful brand, man. It's a beautiful brand.
But maybe they would have had you as their Kisumu representative, you know.
You know, they were. I talked to them about it, but they weren't yet expanding to Kisumu.
It's okay.
They weren't yet expanding to Kisumu. But then I was also like, I'd want to start something up for myself as well.
Yeah,
So
like be your own.
yeah,
You know,
be my own boss type
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think, man? Do you think if we start something together, it could go far?
But really, I don't want to procrastinate, you know. If you to do something, let's just start it, you know. Don't think much about it.
Yeah.
Because then once you start in the thinking process, then now the failure stage, that failure thing.
Yeah. You're like, yeah.
What if I don't get those views and everything, you know? Yeah.
But what do you think? What do you think we can do, in terms of like, what do you think we can do? What are? Because you've been exposed to that social media life. You've been exposed to what's popping right now.
I am being in the stage.
Exactly. So what do you think we can do that will help us, you know, grow?
Give the youths what they want. Anything, give them what they want. And you'll have it. Trust me, it could be anything. Just give them something that they actually want, and you'll see.
We'll talk.
Definitely.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Because right now, we need to do more. We need to do more.
True.
But yeah, it was lovely having you. It's just a start, you know. We're just starting. We'll pick up slowly.
Yeah.
We're also new to this, you know. So, yeah, man, thanks for coming. Thanks for taking your time to come and, you know, film this with me.
You know, like, we should also have like an intro, like the Joe Rogan podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, slowly, man. I'm new to the game. I'll get there. Yeah.
Definitely get there.
Alright, so.
Yeah.